Hi, I am Shradha Devkota. I'm a visual artist and I am currently based in Doha. My work is more about my personal stories, and I keep coming back to Nepal and where my roots were, and that's why I'm here as well, to make some new work. And for me, my mediums are mostly to experiment a lot and to see where the medium finds the message, rather than just working with one medium. So I like to experiment. I like to work with installations and videos and photography. And I think visually, like poetics and writing poetry has also been part of my work. I do express myself in that sense, and yeah. So as an artist, I I don't really choose a medium as I don't know, many other artists maybe do, but for me I think it's always about what comes to my mind and what I want to relay with what I'm feeling or what I'm thinking. So it's always different, and I also don't know what my next medium is going to be. So that is very exciting for me as an artist. And I don't want to be stuck to one medium. I don't want to just do photography, or I just don't want to just do videography, you know. So for me, the aspect of being able to freely choose really feels liberating, and that's why I think I'm an artist. So if you ask me like what mediums I work with, I can tell you that I worked with like metal recently, clay, and I work with video, I work with fabric, I work with installation. But my next work could be completely new, which I also don't know what it would be or what it could be. So Tyo, in a way, is like experimental sense of, you know, trying out things is also what brings my work to a sense that I feel like it's making sense to me. So Tyo is important. Ani अर्को चाहिँ नि like I've heard people say that I don't give a lot, and I'm always like vague or very difficult to understand and very के भन्छ, most people tell me that it's very different, and I've heard this like for many years, that the aspect of being different or trying to be different भनेर मैले कहिले पनि सोच्दिनँ, तर त्यो काम गर्ने बेलामा नै I think it just comes as what I want to say भनेर त्यो, like when I do performance I don't really plan what I want to do, but I do think like okay, I want to film myself like this भनेर, तर when I perform it becomes a completely new work. So त्यसरी चाहिँ नै मेरो work has always been informed by my own informed by the present भनौँ न. My work has changed a lot throughout the years, because I started with, my background is in fine arts, so I started with doing like painting, sculpture and photography, but not to an extent where I would be freely experimenting. So when I finished my undergrad, I was doing photography, but then I found it quite limiting, to a sense like I felt maybe this is not enough. Maybe I want to say more, or maybe I want to do more. And taking the camera was really exciting, but it was not what I wanted to do. So I wanted to pursue my master's, and त्यति बेला when I went to London, I felt like I could do anything. And I converted my room into a dark room and camera obscura बनाए. Then I used like installation, I performed, I used my body to perform. I was also experimenting with public spaces. So त्यसरी I was again taking मेरो आफ्नै insecurities and how I feel like I'm scared to do some things. तर त्यति बेला, because I was in a new country, I felt like hey, nobody knows me here, I can do whatever. So त्यो हिसाबले it has changed a lot, and that has given me another confidence जस्तो to build up on what I always wanted to do. Like performance is something I've always wanted to do, like use my body, and I don't want to call it a performance, but use मेरो आफ्नै body in relation to the space that I am in. So that I have been experimenting, and so now when I look back, I see like my work has evolved a lot. So I work with videos, I also work with sound. I recently started alikati sound experimentation. So yeah, it's always changing, and it will always keep changing. I don't think you will see my work as like this, and that is what I really like about my own work or my own practice, because I also don't know where it's going to lead me to. I have seen my work become slow or invisible throughout the process of after graduating university and doing my graduate school. So it's been always like I exist, but I don't know if my work exists, and I don't know how to put across that. One khalko feelings has always been there. And in a way, because you are invisible and because it's slow, that people think, or I assume that people think that I don't exist, or my art doesn't exist, or my voice doesn't exist, but it's not true, because मलाई के लाग्छ भने even त्यो slowness or हुन्छ नि त्यो like feeling like तिम्रो voice छैन, or you want to but you don't know how to, because you're also living your life, you're earning money, हैन त्यो सबै आउँछ. तर त्यो has taught me so much, and now I can say that I'm finally like I want to push myself, I want to show my work, and I want to really dedicate my time to it. So त्यो नभएको भए I wouldn't be thinking like this. So the slowness is part of the process, is what I feel, and I don't know what's going to happen in the next 5 or 10 years, but I will want to remember this as to take with me in the future. So yeah, and the process, work in process, work in progress, त्यो is like so valid, like हामीले यतिकै work in progress भनेको भन्दा पनि what I feel now is like मेरो काम is a work in process. Like I don't see my work as fully formed ever. So the slowness also relates to that like process for me. So त्यही होला. It's part of the process, and it's always going to be part of the process. I don't think I will ever say this is a fully formed body of work and I'm done with it. I don't think, at least मैले जति अहिलेसम्म सोचिरहेको छु, मलाई I don't feel like it's always going to keep rolling हुन्छ नि. It's never going to be like finish अल्प सक्यो खालको. I wouldn't say it held me back, or I think the insecurity I'm talking about is mostly, I think it comes with your age and how mature you are as well. So when I was in Nepal, I think I was quite young, which means I wasn't exposed to a lot of things. And I don't think I was exposed to a lot of artwork either. I didn't know that you could, experiment to that extent, which I have done now. So I think all of those things were maybe making me feel like I shouldn't, or I don't have the proper knowledge to experiment as well. And also I think who you're surrounded with, not everybody in Nepal is so encouraging, and it's not always like you have the right type of people around you. So I think those were the things, but then at the same time I also had lots of people who were supporting me and mentoring me, which also pushed me further to go abroad and continue my studies. So I think when I went to London, the insecurity was still there, but I also kind of felt like I'm free enough that I don't know anybody around, so I think I could do whatever I want. I think that, that kind of invisibility you get when you are in a bigger place, I think it was more of that. And also seeing my peers and seeing other artists work, it just made me feel like there's so much to how I can express, and there's so much to the work that I have been doing before but not really thought about it. I still struggle with expressing myself, but त्यो त्यति बेलाको struggle र अहिलेको struggle is like अहिले चाहिँ I would still do it even though I'm struggling and I know that I'm insecure about it. तर त्यति बेला maybe I held myself back because I thought यो मान्छेले के भन्छ or how should I do it or so अहिले like त्यो at least त्यो confidence चाहिँ नै build भएको छ where I'm like it doesn't matter, I will just do it हैन के भयो त I will just make work and if it doesn't go anywhere, it doesn't go anywhere. There is no pressure of oh I have to be the best artist in the world or I have to exhibit in this gallery. So त्यो freedom चाहिँ नै feel हुन्छ अहिले. So yeah, I think त्यो पनि comes with age and it comes with experiences in life. So yeah. But I would be lying if I said no. Although I think you want to say like no, it doesn't matter. तर एउटा सेन्समा it's always nice when people actually spend time with your work and respond to it. It doesn't have to be good or bad. त्यो चाहिँ नि I really value because otherwise I would not learn and I would not understand what other people are thinking. So त्यो हिसाबले yes, I do want people to react or respond or question or ask me what they don't understand or even have a conversation with me. And I don't think validation is the right word for me. I don't think त्यो matters. But what matters is I want, if you get something out of it, just let me know, because otherwise I will never know how you felt. And there is this gap already in artist and the viewer. I would love to bridge that gap. I would just say that just do it, like I have just the ideas that you have in your notebooks or whatever, like bring it out and share it. Or even if you don't want to share it, just do something with it, because I know that I have so much to say and I sometimes pull myself back. But if I have to talk to my younger self, I would say just don't hold yourself back.